Imagine taking almost an hour to do your hair every morning, unraveling several braids in your head, and using different products to style the kinks in your hair. This is 19-year-old Jessica Bentu's daily routine as a natural. Growing up, Jessica always struggled with accepting her natural hair. She performed the act of relaxing her hair with something called a perm. A perm, or relaxer, uses chemicals to alter the natural curly state of the hair to make it straight for several months.
I had no choice in terms of using a relaxer. My mom actually started relaxing my hair at the age of 2 or 3 years old, so I was pretty much born into it.
Natural black hair tends to be frowned upon in society, as many young black women begin to hate their own hair. They want to emulate the long, straight European texture that is deemed as pretty.
My idea of beauty was having straight, long hair, because that's just, like, everywhere I went, everyone had straight hair. Regardless of, like, the person's ethnicity, like, that's just what I was used to seeing, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to have the nice flowy hair where I can run a comb through the hair and there wouldn't be any tangles.
Jessica was 15 when she reached a breaking point and decided to go natural. A natural is a black woman who wears her hair in its natural state. Her mother did not support this decision.
I told her, like, Mom, I'm gonna go natural, like, I'm not doing it anymore. And she told me, I quote her, "You will not go natural in this house."
She turned to influencers on social media for support.
During the time that I started to go natural, like, YouTube was a big thing, and, like, the natural hair community was, like, growing. Through all the YouTube tutorials I was watching and naturalistas that I was following, it just inspired me to go natural. I'm like, wow, this actually looks really beautiful. Like, my hair could look like this and that.
Going natural involved several steps, transitioning being the first one. The transitioning stage is when your natural hair begins to grow out of your scalp chemical-free. The root of the hair is curly and natural, while the ends remain straight. Jessica transitioned for 7 months before doing the big chop to cut off the straight ends.
Honestly, helped with my confidence level, because this is the shortest my hair has ever been in my life. When I was younger, my self-esteem was super duper low. In each and every area, constantly being told that I'm not pretty enough, constantly being told that I'm too ugly, or I'm too thin, or I'm too this, or my hair is too this. That shaped who I believe I was when I was younger.
Jessica's hair journey is a big part of her identity. We followed her to a Canadian hair expo where she could connect with other women who have faced the same challenges.
The Canadian Naturalistas Expo is an annual event for naturals to come together and share their experiences. They had vendors, food, and a raffle, just to name a few. Since last year, the expo grew from having 60 people attend to about 220.
Canada together as naturalistas, we feel like it's so, like, the natural movement is so Americanized that it's not seen so big in Canada.
The expo highlighted the natural hair movement, a movement where black women began to embrace their natural hair.
Sometimes we feel like we're alone, or we feel like there's not a strong presence, but when we come together as women and we see, oh my God, there's so many more people out here, it makes the journey easier, it makes it stronger, and it unites us as a community, and it's empowering as well.
I do believe that it's super duper important to have these events that educate the black community about their own hair, because again, we've been always told that our hair wasn't beautiful enough.
Vendors were able to sell their natural hair products for the women to use for various hairstyles.
For me, the importance of focusing on black hair has a lot to do with understanding yourself and growing into who you are. Not to say that if you were to have a perm, or if you were to, exercise wearing weaves or protective styles, that too is part of the natural hair society and the black hair society.
Jessica wore a wig as a protective hairstyle. Most naturals do this to protect their own hair from weather damage. The event wrapped up with a performance, reminding the naturals and Jessica how important hair is to their identity.
What would you have said to a little girl who came to you and said, you know, I'm being picked on because of my hair?
Okay, your hair is beautiful. I'll say it over and over and over again because, again, like I didn't believe that my hair was beautiful. So I would tell that little girl that your hair is beautiful, regardless of what they're telling you. Like, it's beautiful. Your kinks, your coils, whether it's relaxed or whether it's natural, it's beautiful just the way it is.
Jessica is just one of many young Black women who've had difficulties coming to terms with her identity because of her hair. With education through expos and YouTube channels, it's just the beginning of bringing this issue to light. For Toronto Today, I'm Kayla McLaughlin.